In the glittering world of Hollywood, where love stories often burn bright and fade fast, one romance stands out. The tale of Johnny Depp and the woman he now calls the one that got away. Johnny Depp, known for his high-profile romances, has finally revealed the one true love of his life. Together, they were one of Hollywood's most captivating couples, always stylish and setting the standard for romance. Who was she, and what happened to their fairy tale romance? Let's set the stage. It's the summer of 1998, and a 35-year-old Johnny Depp is in France filming Roman Polanski's The Ninth Gate. Little did he know that his life was about to change forever. Enter Vanessa Paradis, a French actress and singer who would soon capture Depp's heart in a way no one else ever had. Depp recalls the moment with vivid clarity. He was at the Hotel Costas when he saw Vanessa in a dress with an exposed back. In his own words to the Daily Mail, she was wearing a dress with an exposed back, and I saw that back and that neck. And then she turned around, and I saw those eyes. And boom, my life as a single man was done. Talk about love at first spine. But here's the twist. This wasn't actually their first encounter. Back in 1994, Vanessa was introduced to Johnny by her then-boyfriend, none other than rock star Lenny Kravitz. Talk about a small world, right? At the time, though, it was just a passing moment. Johnny was a big star in America. Vanessa was making waves in France. And their paths weren't quite ready to converge. Paradis felt the connection too when they met again in 1998. She later told LUK, "We were in two different worlds. Him in America, me in France. But we had friends in common. We saw each other sometimes over the course of 4 years. But then, the day we found each other in Paris, we were both in the same world and free, and it was just instant. There was no more time to waste. Just no way around it." It was like a scene from a movie. Two stars aligning after years of near misses. But this wasn't just another Hollywood fling. This was the beginning of a love story that would span over a decade and produce 2 children. This was the real deal. No special effects required. Less than a year after their fateful meeting, Paradis and Depp became parents. They welcomed daughter Lily Rose Melody on May 27, 1999. Depp, known for his eccentric ways, later revealed to Vanity Fair that he played a Keith Richards piano cover of Hoagy Carmichael's classic, The Nearness of You, while Paradis was giving birth. "This is her birth song. She arrived to this man," he said. It was a moment that changed Depp profoundly. He often spoke about how proud he was of Lily Rose, describing her as the sharpest kid he had ever met.
She's everything. The baby is everything. It's so amazing, my little family. It's unbelievable. It's the only thing that's ever happened to me. Really, the only thing. Everything else is smoke. And I don't think I took a real breath until my daughter was born.
Their family grew again on April 9, 2002, when they welcomed their son, John Christopher Jack Depp III, in France. After his birth, a rep for the couple told Reuters, "Mother and son are doing great." Depp was over the moon. He once said, "You cannot plan the kind of deep love that results in children. Fatherhood was not a conscious decision. It was part of the wonderful ride I was on. It was destiny." The arrival of their children marked a new chapter in Depp and Paradis' lives. For Depp, who had always been something of a Hollywood bad boy, fatherhood brought a sense of purpose and stability. He found immense joy in watching his little girl transition from a baby into the young woman she was becoming, and in seeing his son grow into his own person. Who knew? Captain Jack Sparrow was really searching for the treasure of fatherhood all along. As their family grew, so did their love. In 2000, Paradis couldn't help but boast about Depp's inner and outer beauty. She told the Daily Mail, "He's even more gorgeous than you think. On the inside, too. The outside is not something I want to forget about, but it is what is inside that matters." Their relationship was unique in Hollywood. Despite being together for 14 years and having 2 children, they never married. In 2008, Paradis told LUK, "Each summer people say we're supposed to be getting married, but we don't talk about it that much. He's got me, and he knows he's got me. I love the romance of let's get married, but then, when you have it so perfect, I mean, I'm more married than anybody can be. We have 2 kids." Depp echoed these sentiments. In a 2010 interview with Extra, he said, "I never found myself needing that piece of paper. Marriage is really from soul to soul, heart to heart. You don't need somebody to say, 'Okay, you're married.'" It was a refreshing take on relationships in an industry known for its whirlwind marriages and equally quick divorces. In 2004, Depp and Paradis purchased Little Hall's Pond Kai, a private island in the Bahamas, for a reported $3.6 million. Because why settle for a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame when you can have your own chunk of the Caribbean? Depp named beaches on the 45-acre property after Paradis, their children, and his friend Hunter S. Thompson. The island served as a refuge from the public eye, a place where they could be themselves away from the prying eyes of the paparazzi. Depp told Vanity Fair in 2009, "Somehow, the mathematics led me here to my island. I don't think I'd ever seen any place so pure and beautiful. You can feel your pulse rate drop about 20 beats. It's instant freedom. And that rare beast, simplicity, can be had, and a little morsel of anonymity." The island became a symbol of their relationship, private, beautiful, and away from the chaos of Hollywood. It was a place where they could be a normal family, where Depp could escape the pressures of being novelty boy and just be himself. Despite their seemingly perfect relationship, Paradis and Depp worked hard to maintain their bond. In July 2010, Paradis shared with Marie Claire UK what she believed was the key to their relationships: space. "The fact that we're not together every day plays a big part in keeping our relationship stable," she said. "We also have a lot of respect and admiration for one another. We understand that, if we want our relationship to continue, we must give each other space, allow each other to go off on our own, and trust each other." This philosophy seemed to work well for them. While Depp's career was soaring, with the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise making him one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood, Paradis continued her own successful career in music and film. They managed to balance their professional lives with their family life, splitting their time between homes in Los Angeles, 2 houses in France, their yacht, and their private island. Paradis also spoke about their mutual admiration. "I could make an endless list of all the things I admire about him," she told Marie Claire UK. "But above all, I admire his immense loyalty. I admire him as an actor, as a father, and as the man he is for me. But more than anything, I admire him as a person." Despite their efforts, cracks began to show in their relationship. In January 2012, sources close to the couple told People that they were living separate lives. "It's so sad," one insider said. People also reported that during the previous summer, the pair sailed on their family yacht with kids. But a local observer said Paradis and Depp didn't arrive to pick up the boat together. When it was over, they were off in separate directions. Insiders suggested that things got tense after the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise reignited Depp's career. They bet that they could move to California and be on long stays on film locations for his career. They bet that things would continue there as they had in the south of France. They lost that bet, a source told People. Vanessa went 7 years between albums and several years between film projects, while he became Captain Jack Sparrow. The strain of Depp's success and the demands of his career seemed to be taking a toll on their relationship. Despite their philosophy of giving each other space, the distance was becoming more of a burden than a blessing. On June 19, 2012, Paradis and Depp officially announced their separation. Depp's publicist told Entertainment Tonight that the couple amicably separated and requested privacy for the family. The news shocked fans and the entertainment industry alike. They had seemed like the perfect couple, bucking the trend of short-lived Hollywood romances. A source told People they've tried for months to save the relationship, but have known for weeks that it couldn't be saved. The same source added that the decision had been made before Paradis flew to France to promote her film Je me suis fait toute petite a week earlier. A year later, Depp opened up about the split in an interview with Rolling Stone. "The last couple years have been a bit bumpy," he said. "At times certainly unpleasant, but that's the nature of breakups, I guess, especially when there are kiddies involved." He added, "Relationships are very difficult, especially in the racket that I'm in because you're constantly away, or they're away. And so, it's hard. It wasn't easy on her. It wasn't easy on me. It wasn't easy on the kids. So, yeah, the trajectory of that relationship, you play it out until it goes, one thing leads to another." As time passed, it became clear that Depp's decision to end his relationship with Paradis was one he would come to regret. His subsequent marriage to Amber Heard in 2015 ended in a highly publicized and messy divorce just 15 months later, complete with allegations of domestic abuse. Throughout this ordeal, Paradis stood by Depp. In 2016, when Heard accused Depp of domestic violence, Paradis reportedly wrote a handwritten letter supporting her ex. She wrote that Depp was a sensitive, loving, and loved person, adding, "In all these years I have known Johnny, he has never been physically abusive with me, and this looks nothing like the man I lived with for 14 wonderful years." Paradis' support didn't stop there. In 2020, she submitted a declaration defending Depp in his defamation lawsuit against Heard. She wrote, "I have known Johnny Depp for more than 25 years. We've been partners for 14 years, and we raised our 2 children together. Through all these years, I've known Johnny to be a kind, attentive, generous, and nonviolent person and father. Her unwavering support spoke volumes about the bond they still shared, even years after their separation. It was a stark contrast to the turmoil of Depp's relationship with Heard, highlighting what he had lost when he and Paradis parted ways. Now, at 61, Johnny Depp finds himself in a place of reflection. He's won his legal battle against Amber Heard, but at what cost? His once stellar career has taken a hit, and he's no longer the box office draw he once was. More importantly, Johnny seems to be grappling with the realization that he let something truly special slip away. In Vanessa, he had found a partner who understood him, who loved him unconditionally, and who created a stable home life for him and their children. And he threw it all away for a fleeting passion that ultimately ended in disaster. The contrast between his life with Paradis and his tumultuous relationship with Heard couldn't be starker. With Paradis, he had a partner who supported him, who gave him space to be himself, and who created a loving home for their children. With Heard, he found himself embroiled in a bitter legal battle that played out in the public eye, damaging his reputation and career. In hindsight, the stability and love he had with Paradis must seem like a distant dream. The private island getaways, the quiet family life in France, the mutual respect and admiration, all of it replaced by courtroom drama and public scandal. But perhaps the most poignant aspect of this story is how Paradis has continued to support Depp, even years after their split. Her unwavering belief in his character, even in the face of serious allegations, speaks to the deep bond they once shared, and perhaps still share. As we wrap up this tale of love and loss, it's worth remembering that even the biggest stars are human. They make mistakes, they have regrets, and sometimes they let the one that matters most slip away. Johnny Depp's story is a cautionary tale about the perils of taking love for granted. He had found in Vanessa Paradis a partner who was his equal, who loved him for who he was, not for his fame or his fortune. And in a moment of weakness, he threw it all away. Now, as he looks back on his life and his choices, Johnny Depp is left to wonder what might have been. Would he still be one of Hollywood's most bankable stars if he had stayed with Vanessa? Would he have avoided the public spectacle of his divorce and trial? Would he be happier? We'll never know the answers to these questions. But one thing seems clear. Johnny Depp now realizes that Vanessa Paradis was the love of his life, and that realization has come too late. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the relationship of Johnny Depp and Vanessa Paradis, be sure to click on the next video on your screen.